I've been a bad, bad boy.
Hey guys, this is Lantis, and you're listening to the MagCast.
Hey guys, welcome back to MagCast. We had Insultabot for a second, but he had to go. So we have Iggs, Dre, Lantis, and Shadow Fox with us today.
Try to guess
And me.
who's who.
Hello.
Yeah, you just guessed. By now you should probably know.
Hey, my name's Shadow Fox. I'm here.
Oh yeah, and Ted. And Bridget. Of course. Well, that was an inside joke kind of a thing. But anyways, we have one big piece of news today. Some general discussion on what we've been doing. And, of course, some more discussion on what we've been doing. So, what have you guys been up to this week?
Stuff.
Things.
Good answer.
Well, I've been working on that review for Tree of Life. Yesterday I recorded it. Today I edit out the outtakes and silent moments. And tomorrow I'll start working on the video part of it. I'll have it up by Monday.
Yay.
And that sounds great.
You better.
I've been playing Earthbound off and on for like the past month or two, and I finally beat it again, so that was a fun little run through. And I've started Lufia 1, Fortress of Doom. So
I'm sorry. I just hate how if you put in attacks on enemies that get killed during the course of combat, you just miss.
I love that.
Makes me careful.
People are that stupid that you see an ally murder something, and then you go and attack the air it was standing in. Oh, I'm
Yes.
sorry. You killed something? I totally wasn't paying attention. My
Wait.
bad.
Lufia 1 doesn't have auto-targeting?
Nope.
No.
It's a Super Nintendo game.
But it was an early Super Nintendo game.
Yeah, but even Final Fantasy 3 on the NES had auto-targeting.
It did.
They didn't know what they were doing. They were high.
In fact,
Well, Lufia's in Final Fantasy!
But, yeah, other than that, I haven't really been gaming a lot other than Mario Kart 7.
Oh, yeah.
Mayokai freaking stole my spot, and I was unable to defend it because my
I was an
wife
accomplice.
stole my 3DS and took it to work. Sucks.
It was Grand Theft.
Not that I'd
3DS.
still have my place even then, because he's been doing a lot better than me. But it's the principle.
It's the principle of the thing.
Right.
How about you, Iggs?
V6!
Oh, thank you.
Wow, I'm a good ventriloquist.
Do you have your hand up his butt?
I do. But yeah,
No.
I've been working on that.
Don't say it. Don't say it.
Getting closer?
Don't talk about V6.
Well, he can talk about V6,
He talks about it every week.
because that's what he's been doing every week.
Well, we
He's
don't
been
need to
playing
know
Mario
about it because
Kart
we
2.
already know.
Well,
Okay.
he's been...
But what if the viewers don't know that he's done making it?
Well, I do have an announcement about V6, and I'll reveal that later. I'll keep it to myself for now.
Oh my gosh,
Yeah.
you're gold-glaying it.
He will have to keep it to himself.
Well, no,
It's
it's
typical.
RPG Maker related.
It is.
So in this case, keeping it to myself is actually correct.
Oh, that was funny.
Dear God. Wow.
So please look forward to it.
Foxy Brown, you're up.
I've been playing Animal Crossing and Mario Kart 7 for the 3DS. been upgrading my house and doing new projects for town, so people will not call me. Well, actually, they stopped calling me a freshman mayor, so I'm pretty excited about that.
Shut up, freshman mayor.
They call me a pro listener now.
Yeah, they call me that too. I feel like Ellen.
Don't you disrespect? Oh yeah, your villagers are mean, man. Like I don't like them.
Oh God.
They like they talk so
wait.
much crap about her.
Is that everything that you have on your plate?
I played a little bit of Valkyria Chronicles. I'm not done with it yet. Like I haven't played it throughout the week. I just played on the weekend. But I'm up to chapter 7, I think. It's after the first desert battle. Like
Snipers are really helpful for that.
We go into
I
this
need
little
to start it up.
Yeah, we go into this cave or whatever, and we meet up with this king guy. I forget his name. And this other chick. And yeah, so I'm enjoying that. The only problems I kind of have with it is that some people move further than others, and you can only attack once in a turn. And like I like to move all my units at least once a turn, so it kind of irritates me. But
less units.
I like taking all these units, man.
And you can move a unit more than once in a turn. If you have the CP for it, you can move a unit twice.
I know. I've done that, but
okay.
I don't know. It just sometimes I like having my snipers, but they don't move anywhere.
I know, but
they've got that massive range.
But for some reason, like I guess later their aim gets better, but right now they suck.
Oh,
they can't hit the broadside of a barn.
Well, the thing is, you just wait. They get these passive abilities that have a chance to trigger, and the snipers have a chance to get, what is it, Hawkeye or something, or Eagle Eye?
Yeah, something like that.
And their circle, that is their accuracy circle. It doesn't. It transforms from a circle to this itty bitty little red dot, and it's awesome.
That just means win.
But yeah, that's pretty much all I've been doing. Just waiting for Project X Zone to come in.
That's this week.
Yes, on Tuesday. And
you know what? It's called Ultimate Accuracy.
Okay.
That makes sense.
That's what it is. Ultimate Accuracy.
Also, I bought another microphone, mostly for Let's Plays to get other commentary. It's just like turn the speakers up some, and it should capture it from the back, because I'm getting this little Snowball Blue Yeti microphone, and like it has three different modes. Two of which you can record from the front, I think. Like it cuts the microphone in half essentially, and it picks up everything in front of it. Then there's another mode where it records everything around it, so like I could pick up just as well in the speaker sound as I can from me being in front of it. So that should make things a lot better.
That sounds awesome. I've basically been playing Animal Crossing, if anybody knows.
Hold on, we don't need to hear about that. Y'all were playing Animal Crossing last week.
Oh, were we?
Well,
I don't know, but
let's
there's
save
been
those
a great
details
development.
for later.
There's been a huge development. One of my crap-ass neighbors is moving out. Kangaroo's gone. She's like, hey, is it cool if I leave on the 26th? And I said, GTFO! Get out!
I'm pretty sure GTFO was not an option.
I wish it was.
Sure it was just yes.
It was actually, I think that would be a great idea.
Oh yeah, I think Fax got her, and then he sent her a letter saying, "I hate you. Please leave."
Please leave. Oh yeah, if you send them letters, so they like that. But yeah, that's what happened, and I got the petition for Club 101 to open up. I'm not saying the other way. And I got that started, and the shoe store opened with the little skunk guy that sells you shoes.
Skunks.
There you go. His name is Kix.
Somebody perked up.
It's about time. It's about time you got a 3DS, Dre.
No,
Kix is waiting.
I'm saving up. I gotta save up because I might have expenses in the near future.
It's true. Look at me. And I also, this is my last thing. I noobed out. I got a new video card because my other one has a dying fan that sounds like a little mini weed eater in it. And I didn't realize I would need a new power supply too, so I have to get that too. No doubt. Emergency
Oh,
fund.
that sucks.
It's not that bad.
Well,
I mean, overall, it's only going to cost like what, $150 or something.
Yeah. It's better than buying a new computer, which is something I probably would have idiotically done way back when.
Well, you can slowly build a new computer with what you've got.
Right. There you go. But yeah. So, the big announcement. A little bit of story mode, perhaps?
Story mode.
So, Xbox One.
X-Bone got
Microsoft.
X-boned.
Foot and mouth syndrome.
I- this was best described by that one single image that said
Yeah,
Xbox 180.
180. There you go.
So good. So good.
So funny.
So, their statement was that, Xbox One will work like Xbox 360. That was basically it in terms of
They
games.
just took off all the DRM they were
Mhm.
trying to implement, and
they
it's
took off the internet
so it's
Yeah,
so
that's
funny
important.
too. Like, I mean, how it's like the way they worded it really kind of pissed me off a little bit, because they'll never admit that what they tried to do was just wrong on all
Right,
levels.
right.
It was just wrong, right?
I
But
wouldn't
they're
say
never
wrong,
gonna
I'd say stupid.
No, it was wrong. That is
I
never
actually
how
have a
the
story
gaming
on that
market
front.
should ever have to be. It should
The
never
New
be
York
like that.
Times tried to defend Microsoft and said that we were setting back the advancement of the video game industry by 2 generations.
Oh, good. Then we won't have to worry about this again for
Right.
2 generations.
Wow.
But I think they're wrong because they were like, digital's good, but if you look at stuff like movies and all that stuff and music, physical is still there. And the digital is usually significantly cheaper.
Hey, as
so they
long
were
as
doing
physical's
digital
around,
bad.
No, as long as physical exists, period.
Yeah.
I demand the right to own it.
Right.
That simple as that. If they wanted to implement something like this, they should have got rid of physical, tangible copies altogether
And charge a lower price.
and charge a lower
that's,
price.
See, that's the problem. Like, I saw another article where somebody's like, "Oh, well, thanks a lot. You don't know what Microsoft would have done with their game prices. They could have probably lowered them, seeing that they're going to be all digital." But let's come on, face the facts. This is number one. This is Microsoft. Number two, games on demand did not drop in the last 3 or 4 years, where you can still see like X-Men Origins Wolverine for like $30 or $40 when that thing's been out for years. Get out of here. Microsoft won't drop in nothing.
No, absolutely not. If anything, the prices would have only gone up.
Yeah.
$50 rentals.
We would have owned less of the game. We would not have had rights to do what we wanted with our game that we purchased, and they wanted to charge more for it. I guarantee you that those prices would not have gone down.
Full price rentals. That's all this scheme was.
Oh, well, yeah. Full price rentals for as long as you...
Yeah,
But-
see,
So here's the thing. Me and Nix were talking about this, right? And I found out we're kind of on different ends of the spectrum here.
oh, yeah, I
Yeah.
know where you're going this way. Okay, go ahead.
So, all right. So, Nix,
Mhm.
what have you come out with this experience? With what Microsoft has done? How has that affected you in future purchases of Microsoft products?
Now, do you want me to do the short version or the expanded version with more thoughts? The short version first, and then so you can have your opinion too?
Well, I'll get mine in, but you
Okay.
go ahead, just do whatever feels good to you.
Okay, so
That's gross.
Microsoft has poisoned the well. They spit in my face, burned the bridges.
Well, hold on a second. Should we cue Woody? Somebody poison the water hole.
Mm.
There's a snake in my boot.
Isn't that
And-
dumb magic?
And the way I see it, Microsoft pulled this unimaginable BS. And not only am I not going to buy the Xbox One, but I'm not going to buy the next console or the next console. I'm not buying anything ever again from Microsoft at all because they showed what they wanted to do. If nobody had raised a stink, they would have gone through with the entire thing. They would have taken away the first sale doctrine and all that other stuff, and they would have just kept smiling and doing everything they were doing. The main thing is, just because they wiped the spit off my face didn't mean that they didn't spit in my face.
Right.
And I'm not gonna forget. I'm not gonna forget that. I'm damn sure not gonna forgive it either. So they're gonna be punished forever.
And I completely support your opinions and that decision.
Yeah, but your opinion's wrong.
Oh.
And mine is the only thing I hated about this was the business model. I don't care if Nintendo did it, Sony did it, or Microsoft did it. It's just I think this business model is the worst thing that could possibly happen to gaming, and it would only have gotten worse had it taken root. The fact that it has gone away completely is awesome. Now, I'm already done with the Xbox One. I'm not getting it. They've done screwed up with that. They've screwed up this generation, and they need to be reprimanded for that. They need a timeout. But next generation, if they come back and they show that they know how to freaking treat their consumers,
if they can
then
play
yeah,
nice.
yeah, and if they can prove that they can provide a console without freaking taking a Cleveland steamer all over the fan base, then yeah, I'll get another Xbox. But not this generation. Not gonna happen.
I'm on Atlantis' side on this one.
I think we disagree on how long to punish them. Like, you're fine with making them sit out the entire gen. I'm fine with making them sit out for my entire life.
Indefinitely.
Well, the way I look at it is kind of like the saying, you can take the kid out of the hood, but you can't take the hood out of the kid. It's kind of like that for Xbox. Like, I mean, this is going to stop for now, but, I mean, it doesn't change their attitude and how they view things. They're just doing it because they caught major flack from a story that can be sensationalized. I mean, you bring up the U.S. military in a story, people are going to cry about it. Now, if this had all been about just the nerdy gamer who sits in his mom's basement, like, I'm not stereotyping, I'm just, like, throwing out the example there. Mm-hmm. But, like, if that was the case, this
not a basement, it's my room.
But it wouldn't.
It's my bachelor pad.
If it was about a normal, like normal people like us, nothing would have changed. But because it was the U.S. military that decided to use as like their fulcrum for this, for the stories, that's why everything changed. Because it's
I kind of agree.
That's only part of it. That's only part of it, though.
Well, it's a main part of it though, because the media does make a big spin on stuff. Like, they try to find the story that makes people like outrage or whatever, or people, it's just they use that kind of medium to kind of bring out loyalties or whatever from other people, or bring out feelings.
And I agree.
And so I think that caused a huge outcry from people, as opposed to just normal people. Because, I mean, normal people, you don't care about them, but you hear about U.S. military, like, oh, shit, American pride. So, I think that's the reason why this even changed in the first place.
Not only that, but there's a story going around now that a big reason that Microsoft about-faced, or 180'd, if you will, is Xbox 180, is so that good. GameStop started telling their stores to not push the Xbox One as much.
You know what? PG thought that was going on.
So yeah,
our store guy was like that.
So yeah,
actually,
they started getting orders to push PS4s.
Since my wife actually works at GameStop, and I was told that they had only like 6. Their store was only allotted 6 Xbox Ones on day one. Like, that's it. But there's like 25, 30 PS3 or PS4s. Like, they were severely limited to how many Xbox Ones they could sell on day one.
Well, it's also like consumer demand. Like, if more people are crying out for a PS4, then you're going to put more in stock. Why would you want to overstock on something that more people probably won't buy? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's like putting a product in a grocery store. Like, you have 3 different jars of mayo, and one mayo is like the preferred choice, and then the others aren't. It's like, are you really going to overstock on the ones that people don't want? Because then it's just sitting on the shelf and you're losing money.
Well, yeah, but the end result is still kind of leaning towards that, where GameStop was kind of shirking the Xbox 180s.
Well, they probably wanted business too. It's kind of like, oh hey, look at us, we're not really supporting Xbox One that much.
Right.
You know, just kind of save face too.
Now let's not forget, while the DRM is gone, it's still got the always on Big Brother, right?
Yeah. Camera, Big Brother.
That's still a thing.
I still contend that you just get naked in front of it and it'll shut off and never turn back on.
Yeah, so you spent $500 for nothing.
No, if you do that, it won't shut off. It'll break.
Well, good.
Oh my god!
Hey, I don't care. I don't care about that insult. It breaks the thing that I don't want.
Right.
There
Well,
you
and like that is still a little bit of a concern to me, because there's no reason why that should be on 24/7. Just so I can, instead of pressing a button an eighth of an inch down, the power button, I got to sit on my couch and shout, Xbox on! That is not worth having a camera and a speaker connected to the internet on at all times.
Well,
not only that, but sorry.
That's cool.
There's a thing now where you can use your spine. The Kinect will use your spine as a third joystick or whatnot for games. They can. So that's sort of messed up.
What if you have like severely damaged vertebrae? It's like too much metal can't detect.
Well, your character starts spinning around in a circle.
Yeah.
Well, like
oh my god!
the weird like the thing about it to me is like how much data they could actually pull from just seeing what's in the room that it's in. I mean, what if you're the kind of person that's just like, you're kind of lazy about how you put things out. You can just dump a credit card on the table and not even think about it. And if they can somehow pick up the numbers, they could use that data if they wanted to. They say they
if
won't.
Someone hacks into it.
Yeah, they're saying they're not going to misuse the data, but I mean, it's not fail-safe.
We'll just take their word for it. Sure.
Yeah, well, with Prism and all that stuff, I ain't bringing no extra cameras in my place.
That's a topic
Never.
I would like to talk about, but not here.
Right.
So, I guess the question though is, because of this dramatic change in the policies of the Xbox 180, is anyone still interested in getting one?
No.
All right.
Okay. Well, let's do the roundtable this way. Okay, after this current generation, who is going to actually consider getting another Xbox product?
I don't know. I'm too busy savoring the moment right now to really worry about the next generation.
Yeah, that'll probably be like 10 years.
What I like for me, the only way I'd even touch another one is if the exclusives are ridiculously awesome. Otherwise, I ain't touching that.
Well, as long as the DRM heavy model is buried until everything is digital, then I'll get it as long as they don't freaking bring that back.
Well, I don't.
If they try to bring it back, I'm just going to do the same thing I did this generation and just sit it out.
I just don't plan on supporting Microsoft in the future, knowing how they just seeing how Don Matrick and his other cronies were handling all this. Like, I can't support that. I'm sorry. When you treat your consumers like complete shit and act like a child to their face or over the internet, that's ridiculous. I'm sorry.
I still have my Xbox 360.
Yeah, Don. Yeah, we got our 360s, Don. Don't worry about it.
Now
We're
look
good.
look what happened now. Microsoft has forever split their fan base. I'm never buying another Microsoft product. So if Lantis goes and buys or Ash goes and buys another Xbox, I'm not gonna play with him because I'm not gonna have it. So
So I'm gonna say probably from that alone, I'm probably not gonna get it because at
Yeah,
the MAG we kind of all play together.
Yeah. So, good job, Microsoft. Thumbs
Good
up.
job.
Like,
Two thumbs up.
I would be more
I think it's
supportive.
also worth mentioning that what was that interview that Angry Joe had?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so Angry Joe had an interview at E3.
It's just real quick. If you like, everybody's probably aware who Angry Joe is. But if you're not,
Mhm.
he's a guy that does video game reviews. A la the Nostalgic Critic or Spoonie or whatever. He's really good. Check out his stuff. But yeah, go ahead, X.
Right. So he had an interview with Major Nelson at E3, and one of the questions that he asked was, or one of the statements he made was, so DRM, I know it's pretty easy just to flip a switch and turn that off. And then Major Nelson interrupted him like, oh, are you a programmer? Do you think it's really that easy? And then 4 days later, what happens?
They flipped the switch.
They flip the switch.
There you go.
In fact, there's a little like meme generator image where it says that turning DRM off is not easy. 4 days later, turns off DRM. Because it happened literally 4 days later when they announced it.
Oh, and Angry Joe responded, and his face was priceless.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
he
he did.
responded? Oh,
Yeah,
I
oh
gotta
my
see
gosh.
this. Oh, that's gonna be great. Oh,
yeah,
man.
that face is so.
Oh, man. I wish he should have another opportunity to speak with Colonel Mustard or whoever.
No, he ain't gonna,
Mustard.
he ain't gonna meet with him anytime soon.
Yeah, that was the best comment ever. In the
But Angry Joe did say he still respects Major Nelson because Major Nelson is a mouthpiece,
Yes.
but he still acted like a sort of a douchebag at that interview.
I was thinking that was the exact word I would use. Good vernacular.
Thank you.
All right. Well, there you go. Xbox One A.
X-boned.
hmm
Now, let's
Maybe.
never talk of it again.
Ever.
Actually, I don't think there's anything left to say about it.
Forever.
There's
and
not.
dead. So, Shadow Fox brought up a cool topic for MagCast that we could kind of do real quick, kind of pertaining to the site, in that just kind of general topic of LPing, what we think, kind of makes a good LP, because we all do it, and kind of what our plans are for our own channels in the future in regards to it.
This will be fun.
Right.
So, does anyone want to kick us off? I figure I'll just go blast-ish.
I'll go
Round
first,
robin.
I guess, since I brought the topic up.
Yeah.
Okay, so, Let's Playing is something that a lot of people do for fun, where you record yourself playing a video game and commenting over it, or there's the other variant, the long play, where you record just gameplay, but no commentary, which sometimes is actually a lot more fun than Let's Playing, because if you don't know enough about a game, what can you really say besides, like, making fun of the dialogue? Which can be funny at times, but
Wasn't
time.
real life.
other times it's just like, you sit there and you're like, I don't know what to say. Boom. Hit you. That kind of stuff. But,
Boom breakfast.
Bringing that back.
But, yeah, just listening to some Retsu talk and then thinking about my own stuff, just kind of like trying to figure out like what I can do to maybe help people stay a little more interested in my videos and stuff, is just kind of thinking about editing things or trying to find a new angle or find something different to try that maybe not everybody else is really doing. Like, it's hard to do that when there's so many people at Let's Playing, but I generally think, at least with RPG type stuff, well, anything that's unnecessary should be cut from videos. Like, I know I haven't done that in the past, which I wish I could go back and do, but that's over 200 videos to go back and edit, so I'm just going to leave it as is. Kind of like, this is my history now, this is what I do now, type of thing.
hmm
But I generally think commentary should be more focused on the game itself, because as as we've come along through Let's Play over the years, like, we've noticed some of the bigger names out there, like, unfortunately, PewDiePie, Toby Games, like, I call them big names because they have lots of subscribers. I don't watch their stuff, but, there's a lot of this me type of stuff, like, it's more self-promotion than actually talking about and promoting the game which they're playing.
Oh my goodness, how many videos of Let's Players have you watched where they end the video saying, hey, like, subscribe, and that sort of thing?
With big
Yeah.
buttons
I
and stuff.
hate that. I cannot stand pandering.
And like scare camming all the time. It's
Yeah.
like putting your face up in the corner.
Panhandling for views.
And honestly, like, it's not your product, so why would you do that? It's like you're promoting yourself, not the game. And Retsu talks about this better than me, so I'm not gonna really go into it that much. But like, I think talking more about the game, just kind of like explaining parts about the game, like, you don't have to always do that, especially when you have guests. You can kind of like talk about other entries in the series, and you can also talk about like how it differs and all that kind of stuff, and like just have a little bit of casual talk in it. But if it's just littered with casual talk about yourself, then it's not really about. It's like, why are you even playing a game in the first place and recording it? And so like editing things, having good solid commentary. If you can't talk, don't fill it up with a bunch of nonsense. You know, like the constant talking LPs that are out there. It's like I can't stand silence, so I gotta talk.
Well, my biggest worry with that is, what if you lose people's interest if you're too quiet? They get bored.
Well, you have to strike the right balance. It's just be informative, but don't overload them with words, because then it's just like, okay, I'm trying to watch the game, but listen to you at the same time. So, like, cutscenes are definitely a good thing to be quiet in, for the most part. Like, sometimes it's good to talk over it, like if you're trying to explain something that's going on, but most of the time in cutscenes, I would prefer to stay quiet, because it gives the person the chance to focus on what's happening, rather than listen to me talk and like missing part of the plot. And so, yeah, I think just good editing, like editing things that aren't necessary, like RPGs, random battles, get rid of those, unless it's like something new, or you're trying to like maybe show off a new move that you learned or something like that. Like, that's fine, but try and keep that kind of stuff out. And if you die a lot in a platformer or an action game, edit it out. No one wants to see you attempt the same thing 10 times. And as far as like,
well, I always like when I used to do solo LPs. If ever I was whenever I was struggling with like a boss fight or something, I'd always just go into the video editor, speed up the footage till I want, and just throw in some catchy music in the background.
Yeah, like speeding through it, cutting it out, like as long as you edit it to where people aren't watching the same, like watching you lose over and over at regular pace, like that's fine. It's just you want to have good flow, I think. It's like you're getting somewhere, you're making progress. People aren't sitting there waiting for the next video to like see something new. So that's kind of my opinions on like making better Let's Plays. And it's just good quality control over your own stuff instead of just recording it and throwing it up on the internet without really, giving it a good spot check.
Right.
Other opinions? Dre, I'm sure you do.
Oh, I have a lot to say about Let's Playing, so
Oh my god! What is going on?
What?
No.
But I'll let other people talk first, since I have so much to say. Let them get their words in.
I don't have a lot to say, so I guess I'll go. Since I don't really do LPs much anymore, just hosting the races. But there are a few things that I can't stand. But like freaking the worst thing, so this one user who will remain nameless actually had a wonderful idea for a Let's Play running through Final Fantasy VII without ever using materia. Like, that sounds impressive. that sounds like something I would love to watch. I would love to see someone try that because it sounds very challenging and fun. So, look, there are ways to introduce, like you were talking about, Let's Plays in a new way that sounds captivating and catchy. Like, I'm pretty sure Final Fantasy VII has been Let's Played to the ground, right?
Oh,
But
yeah.
how many people, like, so if you can find a game you like and put some severe limitations on yourself, that can make for a good Let's Play, right? Just something to be catchy. But you gotta be able to deliver on your commentary and your editing and all that stuff as well. Because this guy in question, not only did he just read the dialogue of all the characters in the game, he voice acted them. He tried to sound like a girl when he was reading Tifa's lines or Eris's lines, right? He had, and like, kind of gave Sid a Brooklyn accent, and he actually was kind of ripping off Little Karibo on the Yu-Gi-Oh! Abridged series, how Joey had that kind of, like, nyeh, like, he gave him that persona, and so he was reading all the dialogue like that, and it sounded awful. But on top of that, he was adding dialogue that wasn't there. Like, if a character said, yeah, let's go this way, he would say, yeah, let's go this way, you sons of, just kept adding and adding and adding to the dialogue. And it doesn't stop there. Like, he actually tried to turn instead of editing out random encounters, he actually tried to include random encounters as if they were part of the story, and he started improving dialogue for the characters in random battles. They would compliment each other on the attacks they did, or scold them if they missed, all that kind of stuff. And it ruined the entire LP. Like, I could not stand it.
I'd just like to say that I am impressed that you actually watched more than I did.
Well, it's kind of like watching, a train wreck, where it's a horrible thing to see, people dying. It's just really hard to look away too.
Wow.
It's like where you cover your eyes, but you look through the cracks in your fingers anyways.
Good
Terrible.
But yeah. Go out there if you've got a game that you really enjoy. Find a way to limit yourself, to challenge yourself to a degree that would make it interesting. Not only would it be fun for you as the person playing the game, as it might be a new way to play an old game, but it could be interesting to somebody else as well.
Yeah,
because you're lucky to find a single game that hasn't been Let's Played already.
And saying that too is like Let's Playing is definitely it's you sharing your experience with a game with your audience.
Right.
This is also true. And on that note, I think I'll jump in. So,
boing.
Oh, did you pull out your documents for this one?
Yes, in 1997, when I was in middle school. No, I have nowhere to go with that. But anyway, I have taken it upon myself in the LP arena to play obscure games. Now, not right now because I'm playing Mega Man X, but I like having stuff like Super Widget and Little Samson, stuff like that people don't see often.
Right. Yeah, if you can do rare games, do rare games.
But of course, the flip side of that is that if nobody knows what the game is, they can't find it. But I don't really care about building my audience. I just do it just to put it up there, and if I get a comment, that's fine. If I don't, whatever too. It's just me playing the game. Really, I don't have any show or anything. It's just me doing me.
Well, the thing for me about like the viewer thing is like if no one's watching, why even put it up at all? You know what I'm saying? It's like you're recording for nobody.
Well,
If
yeah,
you wanna,
actually do that. Record for yourself.
I would rather like if no one's gonna watch and I'm just playing for fun, I just play for fun. I don't need keep going.
Well,
You don't
yeah,
need
what I'm
validation.
saying is that first and foremost, you need to be doing this for yourself. If the second you start doing it to please other people, it starts becoming more work than it is
I
fun.
kind of feel that way about art because people do it all the time. They're like, why should I share my art? I'm not getting enough views. When in reality, you don't know who's lurking sometimes if you don't get enough attention. And furthermore, you're getting better at it usually. You're improving your skills in commentary and editing, so it's kind of good practice. And you're more casual, so I think people will come more for you than you
Right.
trying to emulate someone else.
And the same goes for, since this is RPG Maker Magazine and everything, the same goes for making RPGs as well.
Oh yeah, that's a really
Mhm.
great
Yeah, just
topic.
freaking do it for yourself, Do it because it's what you like doing and you'd like to challenge
Yeah,
yourself to complete
And you
a
never
very
know who
large
will come
project.
along and give your game a download and be like, hey man, this game's really good.
Right, so...
Like even years later.
Yeah, but
Probably
X,
more
did
the
you have
PC
anything else
makers.
you wanted to add? We kind of cut you off there.
Yeah.
No, you cut me off. It's too late now.
Oh! Oh!
I'm keeping it to
Severe burn.
myself.
Oh, you're giving me the old Xbox treatment.
Oh.
Xbox, turn off.
Oh.
Xbox, go home.
You're drunk.
Okay, well, I guess it's up to Dre now.
All right,
I really didn't have anything else.
Well,
knock us out of the park, buddy.
Could I go first?
Oh,
Okay.
what?
Because I'm
Oh.
short. Mine's very short. I was just gonna say, if you're gonna LP, just, don't act obnoxious. And don't, use hate speech all over the place, because you think it's gonna make you look edgy and cool, because it's gonna make you look like you're 12,
Well,
and you just found those words.
there's a video to reference for that kind of thing. Well, it's
Yes.
it's a Retsu Prey video. It's called God Hates Pooch Hyenas.
Yeah, don't do that.
Yeah,
And-
basically the premise of the video is this guy is all he keeps doing is saying faggot over and over and over.
yeah.
Wow, really?
It's really stupid.
And he's really angry, and it's really weird to watch, and it'll make people click out, because even if they're not offended by the word, you're just acting uncomfortable, and people don't want to see that.
Unless you're
So they're gonna
PewDiePie, then it's fine.
With the rape jokes and all that.
Yeah, sadly that isn't really as covered as much as...
Now, I don't have a
Homophobic stuff.
single qualm about talking crap about PewDiePie. He's got enough freaking,
Yeah,
fans
I-
and defending
he's
people that...
just not my cup of tea, and that's fine, because I'm over 14.
yeah,
Anyways,
and I was about to say, because you're not a terrible person.
No, I'm just gonna go with the age reference, because I think a lot of the fan base will grow out of it, hopefully.
I think you put too much faith in the YouTube community.
I do, I really do. But that's pretty much, like, I have a thing though. I have something to say. I think, personally, and I don't know if this is super true or not, but judging by Lantis's analytics on his races, and I'm sorry, buddy, to use you as an example, I think if you're only in it for views, just do Nintendo games. That's it.
Right, yeah, there you go.
That's it!
There
Like,
you
if
go.
you check his analytics, the ones with thousands of views are freaking Mario. So there you
Yeah.
go. There you go. You
It
just
is
play
true.
Mario Party by yourself, massive subs.
Oh, how sad a life.
Oh, well, if
But
you
if
also
you get
play...
3 people and yourself, you will get millions of subs.
If you also play Sonic, not the good Sonic games, but all the bad Sonic games, then you'll get so many views and so.
I did
Oh
Sonic
yeah, that
I
too.
did Sonic Adventure 2, and I barely got anything for that.
That's not a bad Sonic game.
Yeah, I know.
You weren't trying
That's the problem. No,
I would debate that.
no.
Well,
Sonic Adventure 1 and 2 are decent. I'm talking about the everything that happened after Sonic Heroes.
2006.
It just completely went down the toilet. Oh, but they're huge fans of those games.
Like,
Oh, yeah.
like I think as
Oh,
far
yeah.
as like a roller coaster
Oh,
into
yeah.
like a pool of lava goes, as far as Sonic is concerned, Adventure 1 and 2 was when they were at the peak of the hill and slowly starting to tip over the top, and then Sonic Heroes is
Oh,
when
yeah.
it was just 60 miles per hour straight down into a freaking pit of lava.
Remember
That's
that?
amazing.
Remember that quote? Why? So why? Why can't I defeat you? Because we're Sonic Heroes.
Heroes.
Oh no.
That is indeed a quote from the game at the end.
That's horrible.
Well, you got to throw in the title. You got to.
Yeah.
Like, what are Sonic Heroes? I mean, come on.
We're just hitting all the buttons today, crapping on the Sonic fandom.
We haven't
Them all.
freaking crapped on Call of Duty yet. Hey, Call of Duty.
Oh yeah,
sucks.
that's another beef I got. Let me grab this mic right here.
Hey
I
guys,
hate-
remember we're utilizing new AI, so when you're swimming around, fish avoid you. And then there was the that was quickly followed by the Mario 64 Dire Docks, where fish would do the exact same thing.
Yeah. Here's my beef. I don't like when people and this is another guaranteed way to get millions of subs and views. You just play whatever crap is popular and it just came out. Like immediately. And you just talk about yourself over it. Can't stand it.
Just,
And
I would
all
like
the
to
indie
emphasize
horror
that
games and all that bull crap. I'm done.
I cannot stand pandering. I just wanted to bring that back in
pandering.
because these new
It's freaking
people.
pandering.
Well,
Happy
just
Wheels.
playing
Happy
a new game
Wheels.
in
That's
and
all I
of
need to
itself is pretty bad. But at the end of the video, when you're like asking for comments, ratings and subscribe, I don't know why people still say ratings anymore. The rating
I know,
system's been
they're
gone
gone.
for years.
Oh, here's another one. If I get enough likes or subs, I'll continue this LP. If I don't, I'm just gonna scrap it. You're pandering. You don't have a backbone. You shouldn't be LPing.
That's
Now-
Give up.
stupid.
I got to defend myself real quick because at the end of the races, I always ask the users to check out, you guys' channel. Anybody who's
That's because
racing
we're
with me.
not connected.
I'm not pandering for views or subs or anything. I'm trying to get I'm trying to get you guys some frickin' attention.
No, that's networking.
Right. That's not me.
Not pandering.
Yeah.
Spreading the love.
I just
Spreading
want
the love.
I want more Tales games, so I need people to view the Tales of the Abyss long play that I'm doing.
You should do Tales of Symphonia too.
Oh god, no! I don't want to scare people away from the series.
I love the way you kind of stammered for a second.
I was thinking Tales of Symphonia first, and then I was like, "Well, wait, there was a 2 at the end of that."
Yeah, so you got trolled. But Dre, go ahead. I think I'm done.
Okie dokie. So, I can't say I know the right way or the wrong way to Let's Play because I don't get many views. I have 250 subscribers and I only have like 30 people actually watching my videos. And I put a lot of effort into them, but, that's not an attention grabber. Editing is not an attention grabber. It might grab a little bit of attention, but it's not what people watch Let's Plays for.
Well,
They
it
watch Let's
just
Plays.
It just makes it cleaner.
Yeah, it makes it cleaner. It's kind of unfortunate that I don't get many views, though, because my 5th anniversary is coming up in like 4 months. But, whatever. It's partly my fault because of the games I play. I focus on RPG Maker games, which nobody's looking up RPG Maker games. And recently I started focusing on games, playing them on the Super Game Boy. It's a niche, and people don't look for niches. If people stumble upon the niches, then yay, I'm getting more views, but whatever.
Well, I don't know about you, Dre, but I love niches.
I don't think you're thinking of the same niches, man.
Yeah.
I think you're thinking of the one with bees.
You mean a beehive to stick your head in?
Yes.
Censored.
Keep going, Joe.
Oh, man.
Yes.
I don't know. I don't really have a lot to say about what's good and what's bad.
Well,
It's like-
it's really all about the fun of it. I mean, as long as you're having fun with doing it, it's great. But I mean, just take a little bit more care in what you're putting out there. Is
I
all it
think
really
it's-
comes down to.
I think it's worth mentioning that there is no
There's no
textbook,
rules.
right or wrong way to Let's Play.
Yeah.
What we're all mentioning is simply just what we think would be the best way to do it.
Well, yeah, just ways to make the presentation better instead of having it sprawled out and it's who wants to see you die and I want to be the guy 200 times,
Also, that game's been Let's Played to death. Stop
Yeah.
Let's
Yeah,
Playing.
don't do
I want to
that.
be the guy.
Sorry.
That's why I just mentioned it's like just good editing is like helps the quality of your videos a lot because it cuts out all the stuff you don't need. It's essentially what I was getting at.
Yeah, I do plenty of that. If this topic was about, hey, what do you do with your Let's Plays, then I would have a whole lot more to say, because my
you
Let's
can
Plays
talk about
have...
that too.
Well, yeah. My
Well,
Let's Plays have a lot of history.
Well, I mean, by all means. Kind of what you think an LP should be like and what you do is essentially one and the same thing, really.
I mean, there are certain things that were talked about already here, like edit out redundancy and stuff like that.
Right.
And like random encounters, we don't need to see the same random encounter a dozen times, just edit that out. There's also points where if you're like backtracking or if you're lost, edit that out until you figure out what's next.
Also, I have to say, the little touches you add also make your videos pop out a little bit more, like your death counters and whatnot. The little blurbs.
Yeah.
Like, you do the kind of like pop-up video, kind of like nobody remembers pop-up video.
Pop up
I do.
video.
Okay, maybe y'all do.
Roll.
It's
Oh.
it's a unique little thing that's strictly you. So I mean, like that makes it better in its own right. Is that you're adding your own unique spin to it or a unique touch to it that the most other people don't do, and people can watch more because of that.
Yeah, when it comes to my Let's Plays, there's a lot more going on than your average Let's Play. I mean, your average Let's Player is just going to be recording the video straight and just having the commentary, which is fine. And obviously, it's not a matter of editing because a bunch of those people who just do straightforward Let's Playing have lots of views and are really popular.
Right.
With me, originally I wanted to make Let's Playing into something bigger. I wanted to make it sort of into a show, which is why for a long time I did that opening, and of course I got the credits. Eventually I got tired of that because the editing, like I said, doesn't get you extra views, and I started feeling like, I'm putting in all this effort into this editing, and it's not getting me views, so I just sort of toned it down and keeping the editing relatively simple. I've got like the disclaimer at the beginning. I still got the credits at the end because people have told me they like the song that plays at the end during the credits. And of course there's all the pop-ups information, which is especially handy for like the little blurs because there's a lot of times where I wind up forgetting to say something, and so the blurb helps me add in that little bit that I meant to say, or if there's moments where I'm trying to explain something and I explain it so complicatedly that I need that blurb to simplify what I'm saying. In fact, coming up in next week's Kirby video, there's 2 moments where it's like that.
But and I gotta say, I like those little touches. And as long as that doesn't burn you out on what you're doing and it becomes more work than it is fun, then, keep doing that,
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like one thing that I started doing for a while was having title cards where I drew an image to where the episode title would go, and that was just so much work and it just wasn't fun, so I just dropped that completely.
Right. And you know what, if that keeps you in the game, then that's what you need to do.
It's like people have said before. It's like if you don't like what you're doing anymore, quit.
Oh, and the reviews. At the end of my Let's Plays, I do reviews. That's significant.
Right.
Helps give me a bit. It helps me give a real good opinion of the game. When I first started, the reviews were like at the end of the last episode where I would just say whatever's on my mind, but couldn't quite get out everything. So my reviews allow me to write down everything I want to say about the game and just record that. And I don't put a lot of editing into those either. The way I've been doing it is just having several random clips that are playing at each corner of the screen while I put the commentary over the review over that. A recent review, I had Insultabot commented that he would like to see a little bit more into those, so I'm thinking for the review for Tree of Life coming up, I might have specific clips pop up at key moments, but it's still going to be that simple format that I've got now for the most part.
Right.
I was thinking about doing it more complicated, like having specific clips throughout the entire video, but as I was listening through what I've got recorded, it's like, there's no way I'm going to be able to find and edit in all these clips that I need. That would be way too much work, especially since I've only got 30 people watching my videos, and it's a review to conclude a Let's Play. It doesn't need to be complicated.
Yeah, that's really all there is to say to it. If you're not having fun especially, don't continue. That would be really messed up, because it's supposed to be about fun.
Yeah.
Right.
The editing I do right now is fine. It actually is less fun to not do any editing at all for me, because I actually like editing the videos.
Right.
Yeah. I forgot to mention this. I'm starting to, it's just a small thing. I'm starting to cut out random battles. Like, I'm not too far in, so it's not too late. I'm still on my first LP pretty much, so.
Yeah, if there was one rule you should always follow with a Let's Play, is that if you're playing an RPG, edit out most of those random encounters, because they just drag the Let's Play along. I know, one thing that almost stopped me from finishing the Super Mario RPG Revolution Let's Play is all the battles I pretty much left in because people were continually talking and I didn't want to edit out all that commentary, so that just dragged on, I felt like. Although in the end it was worth it.
Right.
Yeah,
well,
if you have co-commenting.
That's an entirely different ball game when you're doing co-commenting versus solo Let's Playing.
Indeed.
You don't have the same editing options you do whenever you got multiple people in there. And that, in and of itself, is a lot more work than solo Let's Playing, since you've got to deal with multiple tracks now, you know?
I know, it's such a pain.
Yeah, but I think the pain comes out to be it's not that big of a pain, and it's still fun to do, and you have a better product for it, because any Let's Play that has multiple people in it is going to feel a lot better than anything you do by yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah, like
especially if you're playing, like, I don't know, Mario Party by yourself.
Oh God.
Dude, ain't no party like a Mario Party by yourself.
Ain't no party like this.
Yeah, because it's not a party at all.
It's me by myself.
Poor Trashy.
Party of one.
Party of one.
Mario Party of one.
That said, I'm still going to pretty much probably solo my RPG Maker Let's Plays the most of the time, because I'm blind and there's going to be like random encounters and stuff, so would be tricky to have random people join me. It's just like the Simple Man Let's Play where I had tried bringing in other people. It sort of became too much of a mess.
Yeah,
I have a suggestion.
But then again, we have the Dragon Knight 2 Let's Play where we had a bunch of people in it. It was a good time.
It was a train wreck, though. A good kind of
glorious train wreck.
I guess it depends on the game then, because that game was so ridiculously bad that part of the fun was all of us talking over each other and making fun of the dialogue and spending 5 minutes on 3 million light years miles away.
Yeah, miles. Light years miles.
Light years miles. Oh.
But my suggestion was, if you can get the creator of the game to not be shy and to talk and co-commentate, that might be really cool. Like nabbing Lantis for Argareth.
Well, I think, I would be willing to do that. But I think that at least for your reviews afterwards.
Yeah.
If you can get the freaking game creator in, at least for the review part,
that would be awesome to watch.
Or maybe not even a review,
do
a legitimate interview.
Yeah, interview.
I used to do those.
Actually,
you did.
A couple years back, I actually did try to have interviews. Those little interview skits, but that was a little bit too much work for me, trying to come up with those questions and then recording them. So, and as far
Yeah,
as
that's true.
having somebody join you for the review of their game, you guys suggested that to me last time, and I almost asked O'Bright to join me, but then I realized that it probably wouldn't be a good idea because even though I enjoy Tree of Life, I had plenty of complaints about the game, and I really didn't want him to be there for that.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
I see you there. Like
Yeah.
it would be really awkward to sit
No,
there and
you don't want to review somebody's stuff while they're just there sitting in front of you.
yeah. Well, that's what the interview. Well, that's why the secluded. That way you could have questions written out that wouldn't specifically step on toes.
I didn't
Yeah.
like your game because there weren't enough front-loaded anvils.
Not enough.
Well, and besides, a lot, at least for the instance of Tree of Life, it wasn't that the game was necessarily bad as it was RPG Maker 3 sucks.
Yeah, pretty much.
Mm-hmm. It does.
On that note, for those of you looking forward to the review, I do wind up also giving plenty of suggestions on how it could have been better. Not necessarily so O'Bright could remake it, although, that would always be cool. But for future game developers who are interested in making their own games sort of like that.
We have theme music in the background.
Yeah.
Yes.
Down, take it down.
Not gonna be able to edit that out. That was right when he was talking too. Ha ha
I'm gonna mess up my next race video just for you.
ha. Oh no!
I'm gonna
I
desync
regret
the audio on
everything.
purpose. I'm just gonna move it all the way to the right. All the way to the right.
Well, I guess is there anybody any final comments on the whole Let's Playing topic?
No, not
in
the Let's
general?
Playing topic, I believe, but
Nope.
I do have that special announcement.
No one
Do
cares.
you want to
No one
save it
cares.
or do it
Bye. We're done. Bye.
No,
Let's go ahead and do it. Let's go ahead and do it.
excuse you, but this is it's not that long.
now? It's not that long?
No.
That's
You
what
promise.
she said.
Ha!
RPG Maker Minute.
That did sound really
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm so
You-
sorry.
bad.
I apologize.
No, you don't.
Yeah, so the announcement is that RPG Maker Magazine is going to change its name.
Well, kind of.
Yes. So the new site name is going to be RPGM Magazine.
What's with your weird inflection?
It makes it more.
It was an
Ochi-Kochi.
announcement. I wanted people to pay attention to it.
RPG Magazine.
Chocolate, get it, yeah.
So basically, the moniker for RPG Maker Magazine is being changed to RPGM Magazine. Like RPGM is the initials, and it's the magazine of RPGM.
Right. And the thing is, because V6 is going to be handling so much stuff now, it's going to be gaming and LPs and RPG Maker, I thought it was just not cool to just leave it as RPG Maker Magazine. But as RPGM Magazine, we can do a lot more. And it covers all the content.
Puts less emphasis on the making side and just generalizes all the things that we're going to be opening up to in the future.
Plus,
So-
it keeps the legacy going.
Right.
Like
So-
everybody who is in the know knows that it's RPG Maker Magazine. Also, I don't have to buy a new domain name.
That's awesome.
So yeah,
You cheater.
the site is now going to be referred to either RPGM or the Mag.
Yeah. Which it has been anyways for
So-
Mm-hmm,
years now.
Oh, and just so you know, I did you a favor today. We were on a lunch break, and I went to multiple tablets and put the mag on the main screen. I just went to every internet browser that I could get onto and typed in RPGM.
I don't
Good
know
job.
if I mentioned this
Wow.
before. I think it was in a Hangout, probably not in a MagCast. But
You mentioned
whenever,
Hangout.
whenever I'm at Newgrounds and I'm playing a game and I make the high ranks on anything, when they ask you your name, I always put in www.rpgmmag.com. I just put the link to the mag, just for whatever.
That's funny. Viral marketing people, yeah.
Oh yeah, we're going viral. But on that note, and there's a very exciting note, let's head on out of here.
Yep.
Yep, I can't think of any reason not to, so you may.
Oh, thanks for
Oh, thank you.
permission.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
All right, later, people.
Bye.
Almost all to hell.